All right, we've got Travis Cody here, brilliant copywriter, and he is the first winner of the golden ticket. So tell us a little bit about your experience of the golden ticket. When you got the golden ticket in the mail, were you shocked? Were you surprised?
I was definitely shocked. When I got the golden tickets, I was actually confused at first because there's the golden ticket, which is the USB drive, and that was there, but then behind it with another letter was this. And I was speechless, and I was looking at it, and my wife was trying to figure out why I wasn't speaking, and then I explained to her what was going on. And when she found out that this was worth $15,000, she immediately made me go put it in the safe, where it has been until today for our funnel day.
Awesome.
My name's Travis Cody. I am from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I help people become best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and we're starting to specialize in helping people over 50 preserve their life story as a legacy in a book. I have wanted to build and launch a funnel for my business for at least 3 years, probably 4 years actually, and have just struggled with it. One of the things that I loved about the day with Bryan was how much clarity that I got. So I have a lot of ideas and concepts, but I didn't really have a clear understanding of how everything should fit together. And so Bryan kind of pulled all that stuff out of my brain and put it in a little blender, and then he poured it out in like this nice, amazing little like multicolored smoothie where it was all fit together perfectly. It was amazing. I think before today, I was pretty frustrated. I felt pretty defeated. Definitely had moments of wondering if it was worth it, if I should even keep trying, because it just felt like no matter what I did, I just kept hitting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. Either like the technology wasn't working, or my ads weren't working, or my funnel wasn't working, or my offer was off, or I wasn't quite sure on the audiences. And today, for the first time in a long time, I'm very optimistic and very hopeful. I'm very excited to go home and start to implement a lot of the stuff that I've learned, because I feel like before I felt like I was as far away as I could get, and now at the end of the day I actually feel like I'm really close, and it's just like maybe a short little push to get there. And I think the other thing was just having the clarity of how I'm going to fit all of my pieces together and how close that actually is. You know, one of the biggest challenges in an entrepreneur is, one, if we're doing info products online, you're by yourself. You're in your home office or your office by yourself. If you do have a team, they're all virtual. And I think there's also sort of this narcissistic, like, guru mentality of you need to be the solopreneur, the dude who does it all. And I think there's also a false promise that we can actually do it all ourselves. And this last few years, I felt like I had to do it on my own. Either I didn't have the money to hire a team, or let's face it, if I don't know how to build a funnel, or I don't know Facebook ads, why would I go and hire someone to do that for me? That would be pretty idiotic to have someone on a team doing something that I don't even know, because now I can't actually check and hold them accountable. And so the idea that there's a service out there that's done with me, it's pretty liberating, because as an entrepreneur, as we've gone through this day, I've looked at it going, I have clarity on everything that I need, but there's also been a sense of overwhelm, and that like, wow, I've got to really go out and I've got to build this team and put everything together. And the Done With You service actually, it solves that whole problem entirely. Like, I don't need to go hire or train or recruit or manage. All of that's already done. And to be honest, the costs are probably way less to do it Done With You than it would be for me to go out and try to build a team of 10 people in-house anyway. I was expecting a lot more Oompa Loompas. So I was disappointed that we didn't have one Oompa Loompa on my golden ticket day. I didn't have much expectation. My biggest expectation was, I think, really just to have an expert help me get some clarity, and that so I do sales copy. I'm a professional sales copywriter. People pay me really good money to write sales copy for them, and the bane of my existence is trying to write sales copy for my own stuff. I always get in my own way. I always know too much. I always get filled with too much sort of insecurities on whether or not I actually know stuff. And so today, coming in, I was hoping to get clarity, and I've actually got far and away exceeded what I was expecting. Today exceeded every expectation that I had. When you talk about having a strategy day, there's certain things you kind of expect, and you kind of think, well, we'll go through a certain process. And we did go through part of that process, but Bryan took the explanation of why we were doing what we were doing so far beyond what I could have even hoped for. And not only that, but then he would bring in case studies showing us exactly how someone took that and applied that and experienced amazing success really quickly. And so it wasn't just the idea of getting clarity and getting direction, but it was also getting the optimism and inspiration of like, oh, maybe I can actually do this. And then that was buffeted with real world case studies showing how someone else already actually has. The unexpected discovery for me was the concept of doing something done with you. Again, I came into this thinking that I'm going to have to do a lot of things on my own, or having to go and try to start building a team, and realizing that there's actually a team already in place that I can kind of just plug into. That was way unexpected for me. This was easily worth 15,000% more than what I paid for it. After today, I absolutely feel like Bryan. I think Bryan has better understanding of my business and possibility and potential more than I do. And so it feels great to feel understood, and that someone can see sort of the same vision I've been carrying around for all these years, but have sort of been stuck with. I feel, before I felt like success was maybe a 50-50 possibility. Now I feel like it's almost an absolute given the right frameworks that it can happen. If you are considering investing in a funnel day with Bryan and his team, and you're on the fence as to whether or not you can afford it or whether or not it's worth the investment, the answer is just go sell your freaking car and pay the man his money, because what you'll get out of it is so far and beyond. Like, you can walk, like you don't need a car anymore, because within 6 months you'll be able to buy 10 cars. So whatever you're doing, whatever you have to do, figure out a way to make it happen, because I can promise you, if you are feeling frustrated or you're feeling stuck in your business and you feel like you've been beating your head against a wall to try to just get it to work, like, this is going to help remove all of that. So just the sense of relief alone is worth the fee.